What is going on, good people? We are back at it, and today is the big day. And what day is that? Today is the start of our 2023 lawn. So we are gonna get out here. It is time to get the ground prepped. It is time to get the seed down, and it's a little warm out here today, but we've got a cooling trend coming up. We've got decent rain coming up. So looking at the forecast, might be a little bit of a struggle today, but it is a good day to get out here and get that seed on the ground. And plus, hey, we already put the work in to get the irrigation installed, so we're gonna be good to go there. No issues with water. We're gonna get this seed down. We're gonna walk through this entire process, and we're gonna sit back and enjoy the results after that. All right, let's get into it and get to work. Okay, for us to talk about ground preparation. So we've already lowered my height of cut. I started doing that maybe about a week or so ago. I really started laying into it this week. So it's been over about a week and a half process to get it down to this height of cut. The backyard, not so much. We took it down to about 2.5. I was cutting at about 3 inches is normally where I keep the backyard, but the front was up at about 3.5, 3.75. So it is also down to 2.5. So we're down to 2.5 inches all the way around the yard, except for the test plot. The test plot is remaining at 2.75 is where that's at. I am not going to overseed that one completely. It is only going to get a power rake or dethatch and just some touch-up seed in a couple of areas where some disease crept in. But other than that, no full overseed on the test plot, and we're gonna see how that turns out next year. So I said I was gonna do something a little different this year with my seeding and ground preparation. I am not going to aerate this year. For one reason, I don't really have a compaction issue. Even though aeration is only a temporary solution to that, I just don't feel the need that I need to actually aerate this year. So we're just gonna get this thing cleaned up, expose that ground, which is what we're gonna be doing with our dethatch, is making sure that we thin the lawn out a little bit from any debris or anything that may have died off during the course of the season. Mainly for the front yard looks really good. Even down at 2.5 inches, as hard as I've hit it just to knock it down in such a short period of time, it still looks pretty good for the punishment that I have given it. So the front yard, I am just going to thin it out just a little bit more and add in some of those newer cultivars, and also introducing some of that 365 SS Kentucky bluegrass. All right, so to talk about what we're gonna throw down, first off, you gotta have a quality seed. I've made a number of videos talking about having quality seed, and this one is no different. I'm going to refer you back to those videos. Go check them out. Having an amazing lawn starts with quality seed. And I've been rocking with Mountain View Seed for the past 3 years since I found out about them from a local distributor, Newsom Seed out in Fulton, Maryland. I do get all of my seed locally, and this is what we're going down with. This year's blend actually has the Dynamite GLS, which is a gray leaf spot resistant variety. Dynamite is one of the highest performing varieties that Mountain View Seed has in their tall fescue lineup. The next one is Raptor 3, and then the Titanium 2 LS. So we've got some high quality seed blends in here, and as always, zero other crops, zero weed seed. That's what we're going down with. And shout out to Newsom Seed for having a little split bag. When I showed up, they just actually had it. They had split it for another customer, had some left over. So we're tossing in some of that good 365 SS, which I had some of that into the lawn last year, and now this year we're incorporating more of it into the entire lawn. So talking about fertilization, starter fert, I'm not going down with your typical starter fert this year. I typically don't go down with the typical starter fert, but what I am going down with is going to be the Higher Bricks Soil Alive. You know I love my Higher Bricks fertilizer for any of my granular applications. I applied this when I actually stressed out my lawn significantly. Go back and check that video out. That shows that I almost killed my lawn. So I bronzed it pretty bad, and that Soil Alive was a application along with some water that really brought that lawn back to life. And outside of that, we're going down with our liquids next. That's gonna come over the top. We're going with the cider grow from a collard gel, and then we're also going down with some propiconazole, because you know what? We're gonna be putting down a whole lot of water. As you can see, it's still warm, humidity is still up, and we need to make sure that we're protected against that fungus that could creep into the lawn. So I also have a video on why I'm applying that. Make sure you go back and check that one out to get some more information on that. So enough about the products. This is what we're going with. This is the full lineup, and we're gonna get some results from them. So let's get out here, get to work, and get this thing going. All right, y'all, so we are now on to day 2, as you can tell. I did not get it finished yesterday as I had planned, but we got everything cleaned up. Everything is taken care of, front yard, backyard, and the test plot. So now we're on to that time that everybody's been waiting for. It's time to throw that seed down on the ground, and we've already talked about what we're going down with. The dethatching was a success. We do have the canopy open. Seed to soil contact is not going to be a problem. So we're going to get ready to throw that seed down, and we're going down with a 85-15 blend of tall fescue to Kentucky bluegrass. Just keep in mind that 15% of Kentucky bluegrass that is in there is a lot compared to the tall fescue. The reason being, the Kentucky bluegrass seed is so much smaller than that of the tall fescue. So we should have some good color, as we always do. And we also have that self-repairing capability from that Kentucky bluegrass. So let's get into it. The front yard is gonna get its first dose of Kentucky bluegrass. So we're gonna be looking to see how it responds and what it looks like next year. And the 2023 lawn season is kicking off right now. All right, so does anybody else love the smell of grass seed except for me? Man, that smells good, but I will say it messes my sinuses all up and spikes up my allergies, but hey, I still love it. All right, we've got the seed down, the fertilizer down, propiconazole, and the cider grow. So everything is down. There is one thing left to do, and it is probably the most important part of this entire process: water. Make sure you're getting proper watering down, making sure that the seed is staying moist, and you'll have germination in no time, and then we'll be waiting for that first mow. Speaking of first mow, make sure that you are getting your blades sharpened prior to that first mow. And I was looking at some of my grass blades out here, and I can definitely tell it is time for me to sharpen my blades. But we've got everything done. It's all in the books. It's the end of another long day, but now we can sit back, wait for germination and that first mow. All right, if y'all striving to have those immaculate lawns or garden, just know we work.